Hello, my name is Asia Vilthong, and I work for A&B Sports and Entertainment at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Today, I just want to discuss about my overall work day and kind of what do I do. So basically, I go in, and there's a line to get into the stadium. What we do is that we're doing security search, they're checking bags, and after we're allowed to go through, we have to check in and sign in. There's also people watching us, another security that's watching us sign in to make sure that we are actually here um, for our shift, because you're not allowed to go in and sign in if your shift is not available yet, or if you're not if you're way too early. We only have a 90-minute mark that we can be. That's the earliest that we can be for our shift. So they're watching that. Then we get a wristband. We go through and I head to my main guest services office, which is on the 100 concourse at 116. And then basically what I do is I sign in there, and we kind of just relax until our huddle meeting, which is also 15 minutes after our shift's time starts. So after that starts, we kind of get a rundown of anything new that's happening in the stadium, or the birthday hashtag that a lot of people come in and ask for. We also know if there's new memberships out there. For example, there's a famous restaurant at the Mercedes-Benz called Molly's Bees. And so basically we would get updates on now it's only membership only. So that's very important because guests will come up to us and ask, what's the deal with this restaurant, or is this restaurant still here, or I got this coupon on my app, why is it not working? So things like that, that's very key and essential to knowing what we are prepared for when the event starts and guests start coming in and asking questions. Basically, guest services is in charge of wheelchair runs, and the main offices at 116. Basically, we get all of the lost items, and we have to log it into our system so the whole stadium knows that we are looking for this item, or that somebody put in a lost claim for this item. We also log in found items, and we also have to locate where it was found, who it was found by, and we have to log all that information in, because we do get a lot of people who bring in items, and we do have a lot of reunions with guests coming in and finding their items again. So that's very unique to see. One of the things that we also do is that we make bags for our guests. Basically, it includes birthday swag bags, and we do first-time certificates as well for guests. And basically they come in, they ask for, it's our first time here, can we get anything? And we have those ready. So that's what we have to do before gates open. We also have to clean our section before gates open. We have to organize, get all the paperwork out. We also are the place to storage strollers. So people come in and check in their strollers, so we have to keep in track of that, put tags on them, and strategically place the strollers, because after a while they can add up and pile in our office. So that's another one that we have to do. And we also have to make sure that we're available for wheelchair runs, because people will need that during the game, after the game, even if it's just getting to their seat and they're having trouble walking. Another thing that we have to do is we only have one ticketing representative in the office during events. So what we have to do is we try to work with our ticketing representative, help facilitate people in and out so they're not bombarded by questions and guests right out their desk. So we try to help keep people away, and kind of, not necessarily keep people away, but kind of help them find what they need and then relate it back to the ticketing representative. So that's usually how the day goes. We also have to, maybe we escort some guests. I've had the privilege to do that to a few guests, and so that's interesting. They're trying to get into, for example, Mercedes-Benz Club, or they're trying to get into a suite and they're not really familiar how to get in, or they have a problem with their ticket, but our ticketing representative can validate that it's a real ticket. I can escort them in and say, hey, can you scan them in? It's legit, let them through, and that's kind of what we're allowed to do. And that's basically the scope of what I do overall at my work. One of the greatest things that I say that I can take out of this job would be seeing the kids come in and seeing them build this tradition with their family of going to a sport event and just having a great time and loving the staff and just being so excited to be there, and especially the first time certificates, when the ticket holders come in, just seeing their face when they see their name on the certificate, or it's their birthday and they see this pin or whatever items that we may have in stock that we give them, and just seeing them light up. We love seeing season ticket holders come in and dropping off their strollers to where we know them by name. We know their child's name, and just seeing them interact with us and happy because they're happy to drop off their stroller just because we're there. So I would say that's a good thing. Connection and networking is amazing at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Last, I would say, I think I would like to do guest services again. It taught me a lot about interacting with people, kind of watching people's personality and trying to improvise on the spot, trying to not escalate somebody's emotions, and learning what not to say and what should I say. And it's just very neat to see all this in just in guest services. So it's interesting to see this side of the sport stadium, since I was a student athlete and I didn't see all the works that goes into making the stadium function, and all of the basically all the little nitpicky things that make the stadium function. So I would definitely say I would love to do guest services again. But overall, that is my scope of my experience and my future and the sport industry and my endeavors with my experience here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Thank you.